Hey everybody, it's SpectralStar. Welcome to a new episode of Let's Watch Death Battle. I hope you dig the Venom shirt. It has nothing to do with anything in this video today. Today we're watching Sauron versus the Lich King. I know very little about either one. Even though I do like me some Lord of the Rings, I am a very big fan of The Hobbit and the three books and the show, The Rings of Power, the Fellowship, the books, those books, and Return of the King and the Two Towers and all that, and it's really good. I prefer The Hobbit a little bit more than I do The Lord of the Rings. I think I'm the only person that does that, but I guess it just depends on what time in your life you read it. I read it as a very young boy, so I was full of wonder and majesticness. I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys are ready. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I know nothing about the Lich King. Absolutely nothing. Let's go. Good God.
Sauron, the Lord of the Rings. The Lich King, Warcraft's Lord of the Scourge. Evil has many shapes, but few can match the presence of these kings of light and shadow.
These dudes are basically mirror opposites of each other, right? The Lich King was created because Sauron was around, and he was obvious. Sauron was the inspiration for the Lich King. I'm not 100% sure on that.
God Eru and his angelic Ainur created all of
Here we go. This is the Lord of the Rings.
Song. But one of these angels just had to be a rebel. Melkor ruined that harmony, giving the world its many, many imperfections, like Wiz. Then after messing up God's hit single and going rogue, Melkor took up a new name just to be even more metal. Morgoth.
Morgoth's power was
impressive,
daunting.
A really badass name.
Lower-ranked angels joined him in his frightening conquest of the world he had helped create.
And the greatest of these followers was one obsessed with destroying all life in the pursuit of bringing about complete order.
He used to be Myron, but under Morgoth's reign, he became the one and only Sauron.
As the bigwig of Morgoth's forces, Sauron
I did not know his name was Myron.
Bringing Middle-earth to its knees.
He's almost more a force of nature than anything else, able to create infernos, cause country-spanning earthquakes, and even absorb souls.
And because he's a
holy shit
angel spirit man, he can
but that was from the books, right? That's not real.
However he wants, or
that's not part of the canon.
Like clothing and fight as a ghost.
I'm not sure. Not 100% on that.
He has appeared as something akin to both man and elf, attractive and devious. A werewolf, once thought to be the greatest wolf of all, and even a vampire.
Oh man, Tupper's gonna go nuts with that.
Many of his greatest accomplishments
I'd like to see his
are not
vampire
due to his
form.
Powerful magics and weaponry, but his inhuman cunning. Sauron is nothing less than a master of manipulation.
Was that Numenor?
Like if Loki and Satan did a fusion dance. He loves to trick someone with illusions, shadow magic, or just by toying with their sad, predictable, pathetic human emotions. Like when he convinced Saruman to join the evil side, who was basically a super wizard specifically meant to lead the charge against Sauron.
In some ways, Sauron is actually wiser than the master he served. In the most epic war to eclipse all other wars, humans, dwarves, elves, and more united to destroy Morgoth, casting what remained of Melkor into the void.
But Sauron saw it coming and bailed faster than me at a divorce hearing, just to show back up centuries later in the fiery pits of Mordor.
There, the Dark Lord created a plan to conquer everything. He fooled the elven smiths into forging 19 rings of power and planted them among the leaders of elven
I just think that's a bit much. 19.
All controlled by another ring he made in secret.
The one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Oh God, that's so epic.
It is.
Think him into poetry now. Forged in the fires of Mount Doom using part
what
of
Tolkien
Sauron's
wrote
own
was
soul. The one ring
pretty much
amplified
art.
his
It was
power
poetry.
and let him control the minds and actions of the other ring bearers.
The 9 kings of men were especially vulnerable and saw themselves reduced to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whims.
It wasn't any better for the less kingly humans. So much so that Sauron mind-controlled most of Numenor. We're talking about an island nation that could have had as many as 18 million people, and Sauron had them all at his creepy, pokey fingertips.
This led to retaliation from Eru, who had hardly directly intervened ever before, even against Morgoth.
Yeah, he's
Eru
just like I'm gonna destroy this place.
While Sauron was still on it. But the Dark Lord spirit persevered, indestructible even against the wrath of God.
Wow.
Sauron used the ring to build himself a new body. It may have cost a lot of power, but he took a biblical event to the face and went right back on to being evil.
And yet, putting so much power into one object did have drawbacks.
Which hit back hard when Isildur subtracted a digit from his hand.
The Warrior King did more than just cut off a finger. He took the ring and its power for himself.
Wow.
This act forced Sauron to retreat as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. And should the One Ring be destroyed completely, Sauron's spirit could be rendered impotent beyond repair. It isn't all bad, though. The ring can turn you invisible, create visions of impending doom, and has one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, who'd want to destroy it when it makes you want it? It has a will of its own, with promises whispered even the best of us can't refuse. The greatest poultry dinner ever, boomstick. Bourbon, pecan, parmesan, turducken. It's so precious.
What did you
What the
just do?
hell?
What? It sounded delicious.
So you ate it?
Sauron's a beast. He's swapped away armies of soldiers.
I mean, it did sound delicious. I was really into it. I'd rather have steak though, and not a turducken. I'm sorry, I don't really want a turducken.
Like spooky ghost Celebrimbor trying to dominate
I just don't like shoving
And
animals up
the
other animals'
strongest Maya.
asses.
The peak of Sauron's power is beyond
and then
that
eating
of
it.
Osei, lesser Maya, which
just
is
don't.
specifically important because Osei single-handedly raised the island of Numenor.
Yeah, remember that island that got Noah'd? That place. No wonder everyone wants his ring. Who could turn down that much power?
Not Isildur. The hearts of men are easily corrupted, and he kept the ring rather than destroy it. But in the end, the ring destroyed him and waited for its master's return.
Such a
Sauron was rebuilding Mordor
stupid
into a
demise,
world-conquering
really.
force. And
I mean,
after a little bit of good old-fashioned torture, he found out the ring was in the Shire.
I mean, he was a
chillest,
Numenorian,
coziest,
man, and he
dopest
just
place
goes out
imaginable.
like that.
Ah, man, when I retire, I'm gonna go live in a hobbit hole and just get lit 24/7.
And so began the War of the Ring. Sauron's forces covered the land, seeking both the ring and the downfall of man, always shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence, the Eye of Sauron.
It was a slaughter fest. Middle-earth stood no chance. Everybody basically accepted death by orcs as inevitable. It was hopeless. The kingdoms of men would finally fall for good.
Save for the Dark Lord's truest weakness. Sauron's cunning and stratagems were impressive, sure, but ultimately, he never truly understood the people of Middle-earth. In his mind, absolute power was factually irresistible. He never imagined a mere mortal could ever or would ever seek to actually destroy the One Ring.
Against all odds and a whole lot of walking, Sauron was defeated. Not by the sparkly new king or the armies of Middle-earth, but by the most unlikely creature imaginable, Elijah Wood.
Yet, even as a formless
Yes,
shadow,
Elijah Wood
Sauron's
himself,
legacy remained
not Bill,
one
not
of
Frodo
domination,
Baggins.
treachery, and most
Elijah
of all,
Wood.
fear.
He just went there.
For the being that
He saved us all.
represents, and I quote, as near an approach to the holy evil will as is possible.
Yeah,
On the
close,
distant planet
but
of
still not
Greymore, destruction
Morgoth.
was
Although
imminent.
Morgoth was
The orc
stupid.
shaman Ner'zhul prepared a spell with his followers.
Wasn't
to
stupid, he
tear the
just wanted to
planet
destroy
asunder, all
everything,
to
which wasn't a
escape the
very, it was a very
fury of
lofty
the
goal.
Demon Lord Kil'jaeden.
But when Ner'zhul waltzed through the portal, Kil'jaeden was right there waiting for him.
Ner'zhul was forced to
Now,
serve
I know
Odin's will to
jack
ravage another world,
diddly
Azeroth.
shit
Thus, he was
about
transformed into the first
Warcraft.
Lich King.
This Lord of the Dead was sent to the continent of Northrend, but Kil'jaeden had one more twist for poor Zul. His body was gone, leaving just his spirit, which was bound to a set of armor sealed within a prison of magical ice. Man, this guy can't catch a break. Armor looks sick, though. He's gonna possess me if I put that on, huh?
From his frozen prison, the Lich
Yeah, that
King
armor
would
is pretty
begin his
awesome.
conquest, conjuring an unstoppable plague of undeath.
Yep.
Soon,
Okay.
this would threaten the lives of the kingdom of
So we got
Lordaeron.
undead.
Okay, so that was a lot, but here's where our main
That's
guy
pretty
finally
dope.
shows up. Lordaeron's crown prince and holy knight, Arthas Menethil. Yeah, his name does kind of sound like something your doctor would give you for fungus, but hey, no, Arthas was a badass. At 19 years
Here,
old,
take
he
these
was
Arthas
considered one of the
Minifils.
best swordsmen in the world, and had mastered nearly every
Your
weapon he
feet
could.
are
Even
growing.
with such a skilled warrior
They're
as its
growing,
prince,
son.
Lordaeron was already severely pressured by a war with an orcish horde, so a zombie plague was the last thing Arthas needed. Compounding this even further,
Last thing anybody
Ner'zhul managed
needed.
to break free of Kil'jaeden's
Do you imagine the
power
smell?
and turned his attention toward creating a champion to lead his ever-growing scourge. Naturally, he chose Arthas.
Who was a stressed out mess, to the point where he tried to stop the plague by killing everyone in his own city. Holy shit! Yeah, he was totally losing it, so hearing a creepy voice in his head
like her.
really didn't help.
Long story short, in his efforts to protect his realm, Arthas discovered a rune blade and took it for himself. This was the fearsome Frostmourne.
Surprise!
Cool.
It's the source of the Lich King's power.
Uh-oh.
He was stealing souls and storing them within the blade. With this new ice-cold cleaver in hand, Arthas lost his soul and got a Death Knight makeover.
And
Oh,
so the
shit.
former hero
That's cool.
of light would lead the very scourge he previously fought.
And in
Dude.
time, Arthas would don the armor for himself, giving the Lich King a new, ultimate power.
Wow.
Walking!
Remember, everything the Lich King had done up until
And now
this
he can
point
take the
had been
ring
from
to
his
Mordor.
prison within a literal block of ice.
And this new Sauron.
He's won already.
Wait, no. Saronite armor is the best. Like, what was it doing stuck in ice all this time?
You
when
can
it's made of
destroy
old god blood and
Sauron's body,
self-repairs?
but you can't
Screw
destroy
you,
the will
blacksmith.
without
You're
destroying
never
the
taking
ring.
my hard-earned gold. I'll never have to get naked and die again.
By donning this dark helm, Ner'zhul and Arthas fused
What?
to become one. A
Why's he
being
getting
far more
naked?
powerful than either had been before.
He could effortlessly cover cities in ice storms, murder hundreds with the power of shadow, and learn all of your secrets with the Eye of Acheris.
Azeroth's fate.
Is
was
this a
sealed.
total rip-off? No,
Everyone
just
was
kidding. I'm
doomed.
just kidding.
See, this
Just
guy,
kidding. Please,
he's
Warcraft
a
fans, don't
15,000
destroy my
year
soul.
demon hunter with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. As a Death Knight, Arthas could take him down, even after fighting through a massive army to get to him. Against this new Lich King, Illidan never stood a chance.
This is important because Illidan had absorbed the power of Gul'dan, an orc warlock who, alongside his followers, raised the Broken Isles out of the sea, a massively powerful
Wow.
feat of magic.
Holy crap.
The fact that Arthas, a mortal guy, beat him up is a big deal. Just imagine how kick-ass he'd be in full control of the undying Lich King powers. Oh wait, we don't have to.
Ner'zhul may have pulled Arthas' strings up until this point, but he had made a drastic miscalculation.
Why is he still in the
Within
ice?
the mind of the Lich King, Arthas battled Ner'zhul for control and won. The power of Frostmourne, of the Scourge, of Undeath itself, was now under the command of Arthas.
And by this point, he was just done. Like, with everything. We've all had one of those days, right? Where you see all of humanity is so pathetic they can only be saved by just killing them all, so you rip out your own heart.
No.
Yeah, relatable.
Determined to end all life,
No.
Arthas led his scourge across Azeroth,
Get a beer.
spreading the plague to every corner of the world. He slaughtered every contender in his path, including legendary champions like this hero of the Horde, Dranosh Sarfang.
I love that
Ooh, the
armor.
Lich
It's
King
just
bitch
ridiculously
slapped with death
stupid.
in one hit,
Like,
then
one blow to the
zombified
head
his
and he's
servant
dead.
instead.
Oh, look, he's dead.
Man, that didn't go well.
The Lich
Okay.
King seemed unstoppable.
Only one
You could
thing could take him down. A
Stan's
25-man
character
raid
from
team of the best nerds World of Warcraft
South Park.
servers had to offer. And that one guy who was just there because he was friends with somebody, but damn, he sucked.
With these, heroes triumphant, the Paladin Tyrion shattered Frostmourne with an equally legendary blade, ending the Lich King's vile reign.
Wow.
But the Scourge doesn't work on Phantom Menace Battle Droid rules, so there must always be a Lich King to keep the relentless undead in check.
Yet no Lich King before or since ever matched the terror and malice Arthas brought to Azeroth.
Without
Wow.
a doubt, one of the most terrifying kings to ever conquer the world of Warcraft.
It's a pretty dope character, yeah. I gotta say, I respect that. That's really awesome.
All right, the combatants are set. We run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for an undeath battle!
Okay, let's get it going here. Wow. It's 3D. 2 3D battles back to back. That's wacky. I love it. Thank you, Death Battle.
I shall claim what is mine.
I need a Mentos.
In this cold north, you will find only death.
I also need a Mentos. That mace just... I mean, that sword's cool, but I like the mace more. And it's just not even nearly as in depth as the sword. Here we go. I mean, all he has to do is cut the ring off the finger, right? And that's the end of the fight. I mean, he's not going to completely kill Sauron. He can shapeshift.
I'll tear out your heart. You will find nothing.
You'll find nothing there. Oh my god, that was dope. That was a dope line, man. What a cool line.
Your efforts are for naught.
Oh my shit. It's gonna throw him into the fucking lava, isn't he? They're gonna call it Mount Doom or some shit. Nah, they probably won't do that. Hopefully not. That would be bullshit. This is the best fight I've seen in Death Battle this season, feels like.
You serve me now.
Yeah.
I serve no one.
You did serve Melkor. But yes, I see what you're saying. The will. This is...
The prophecy of your doom.
Oh shit.
You speak nothing but lies.
Oh my god. Oh shit. He's intangible.
There is no life in the void. Only death.
Holy shit. That looks so berserkish, that armor. That was so cool, man. So he sent him to another dimension.
Powerful before. Look out for supercharged Sauron now.
Despite the Lich King's impressive power, Sauron's might was absolute.
But not before he got the duel of his life in a crazy close bout. First up, both Dark Lords could counter pretty much any mind or soul-screwing powers, making a lot of their usual tricks way less noteworthy in this match.
To be fair, the Lich King severely debilitated Sauron via his plague of undeath. Most physical bodies would not survive such a disease.
So Sauron just got rid of his body. Who needs it?
Exactly.
Especially when you can rebuild one or just start fighting as a ghost. Both things Sauron could do.
After all, the plague is intended for organic mortal enemies and has never infected a spirit.
Another smaller point for Sauron was his weakness. The Lich King
Like a
was a
demigod.
clever bastard, but even with the Eye of Icarus, it would have been tough for him to decode and destroy the One Ring. Meanwhile, given enough power, Sauron would naturally end up destroying Frostmourne. He's kinda got a thing for breaking swords.
Yeah, he breaks the
let's
baddest
compare their
swords.
power. While their highest limits are certainly nebulous, interestingly enough, some of the most impressive feats from both worlds
Maiar
involve lifting islands.
have moved the
As
sun and
Sauron
moon.
is a more powerful Maya than Osei, and the Lich King could reliably defeat someone with Gul'dan's magic, it is possible to gauge the difference in power by measuring the islands that were raised.
Keep in mind, Gul'dan had a bunch of help, so we're only giving him his share. Turns out, Osei was doing
amazing
twice the work.
how
Examining
much
official maps to
stuff
determine the
comes
volume
from
of the
Tolkien.
islands,
Like,
we
he just
found a
wrote
difference
the
between lifting
blueprint
2 quadrillion
on
tons
everything.
of rock versus 4 quadrillion tons, among further energy required
It's,
to actually lift these through the ocean,
Numenor.
of course. Both impressive, sure, but Sauron had the edge.
And for the final nail in the coffin, the Lich King might have been super scary, but he really wasn't around for all that long. At least not when compared to the experience Sauron has warring with the world for thousands of years.
The Lich King certainly posed a threat to Sauron, but the ruler of Mordor's awesome might, enduring spirit, and millennia of treachery proved him the superior Dark Lord.
Wow!
Is that it?
What? Are you sour on the pun? I was pretty keen about it.
The winner is Sauron.
They're reaching.
Hey, if you want more Death Battle ASAP, why not
Those
grab a
puns,
membership?
man.
You'll get exclusive emotes, badges, live chat.
I
live
am a
streams,
member.
bunch of
Please
behind-the-scenes
become a
stuff.
member. It's very
Just
awesome.
Click that join button. Thanks for watching.
Get all kinds of cool stuff early. There's My Hero Academia. Okay, Deku. I don't watch Black Clover. Apparently I need to. Alright, so Deku versus Asta. Okay, cool. Yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. There's not really much to say. I mean, Tolkien wrote the blueprint on everything that we see in fantasy. Everything. And I know I made some jokes about how that was, it was just a ripoff, but he's not really a ripoff. He's just inspired by, you know what I'm saying? Nothing here is a ripoff. Except for maybe Supersonic. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking about that too. Please don't get your underwear in a twist. It was a joke. I'm not serious. I just like talking shit. Okay, anyways. Great battle. Can't wait for Rings of Power Season 2. Might check out Warcraft. I don't know. I don't really have time for that. I did play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If I don't see you by then, it probably will be Thanksgiving before the next death battle. So have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.